You ever get that feeling like you're constantly chasing something, but you're not even sure what the something is? Well, today we're going to dig into a really powerful idea that might just flip how you think about wealth, success, and, what it actually means to live a rich life. So let's dive in. Our guide for this journey is a book by Jason Gambanou called Wealth Within. And what we're going to do over the next few minutes is really distill its core ideas. We're going to map out a totally different way to look at what a rich life can be. So let me just throw this out there right at the start. What if everything, and I mean everything, society has taught you about wealth is just wrong? What if that endless race for more money, a higher status, more stuff? What if it's actually pulling you away from real happiness? That's the big idea we're going to unpack today. And that leads us right into a huge problem the book points out. It's what you could call society's scorecard for success. Think about it. It's this game that so many of us are playing, and half the time we don't even realize we signed up for it. I mean, from the time we're kids, right? We're basically taught that wealth is all the stuff you can show off. The big promotion, the fancy car, how many likes you get on social media. It's all about those visible markers. But, and this is a big but, the book argues that this is just a completely broken way to measure a life. Okay, so just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got external wealth. The thing is, it's super fragile, right? The market can crash, you could lose your job, public opinion can turn on a dime, and the whole thing can just, poof, disappear. But then on the other side, you've got inner wealth. We're talking about your resilience, your sense of purpose, that deep inner peace. Now that is unshakable. That's the foundation that's going to hold you steady no matter what kind of storms life throws at you. So if all that external stuff is so shaky, why are we so obsessed with chasing it? It's a good question. Well, the book argues it's because pretty much all of us have bought into this big lie it calls the myth of arrival. And you know exactly what this is. We've all done it. Oh, when I get that promotion, then I'll finally feel secure. Or when I just find the right partner, then my life will be complete. But this way of thinking, it just creates a finish line that's always moving further away. The second you hit one goal, that happy feeling, it kind of fades. And boom, you're already searching for the next thing you think will finally make you happy. And get this example is just wow. You'd think winning an Olympic gold medal would be the absolute peak of happiness, right? The ultimate high. But for a surprising number of athletes, it's actually followed by a really deep depression. And you have to ask why. It's because that one single destination they dedicated their entire lives to is suddenly gone. It's over. The thing they were running toward just vanished into thin air. So the book basically says we need a complete mindset shift, a total reframe. Mental health isn't some destination you arrive at. It's an outcome. Think of it just like physical fitness. I mean, you don't go to the gym one time and then say, great, I'm fit for life. No way. It's the direct result of all those small, consistent, daily choices you make. Okay, so if it's all about a daily practice, then what does that practice actually look like? Well, this is where the book gets really practical. It gives us a framework for building that inner strength, and it calls it the 4 pillars of the mind. All right, let's break these down real quick. Pillar 1 is self-awareness. That's just about noticing what's going on in your head without judging it. Pillar 2 is emotional regulation. That's creating that tiny little space between something happening and how you react to it. It's about responding, not just reacting. Third is resilience. And this isn't just bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward, actually learning and growing from the tough stuff. And finally, number 4 is connection. This is all about consciously surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, not ones who drag you down. Now, to make this idea even easier to grasp, the book introduces a really, really powerful metaphor. It asks us to think about our mental health like a bank account, an inner bank account. So first things first, what are we even saving in this account? Well, this mental wealth isn't about being happy-go-lucky 24/7, not at all. It's about having the inner reserves to stay grounded when life inevitably gets hard. It's that capacity to stay stable when everything feels uncertain, to feel grateful even when you don't have much, and to stay hopeful when things look really bleak.
So how do you actually manage this account? It's pretty simple, really. Every single day, you're making transactions. You're either making deposits or withdrawals. Deposits are things like practicing gratitude, getting a good night's sleep, setting healthy boundaries, spending time with positive people. And the withdrawals? Well, that's the chronic stress, the harsh self-criticism, hanging around toxic people, not sleeping enough. It's basically a simple daily ledger of your mental well-being.
And this next point, this might be one of the most powerful ideas in the entire book. When you feel stressed or low or totally overwhelmed, it does not mean you're broken. It's just a signal. It's your account telling you that you're overdrafted. That's it. So the solution isn't to beat yourself up, it's just to start making some small, consistent deposits again. And all of this brings us to the final and maybe the most crucial idea of all. And it's this: your true core worth has absolutely nothing to do with any bank balance, not the one in your wallet and not even the one in your head.
The book uses such a beautiful analogy for this. It says your inherent worth is like a perfect diamond. Now, life's challenges, your failures, the criticism you get from other people, that's all just mud. Sure, the mud can cover up the diamond, hide its sparkle, and make it hard to see. But no amount of mud can ever change the fundamental value of the gem underneath.
So the big takeaway here is that your worth as a human being is simply not up for negotiation. It's not. It doesn't go up when you succeed or down when you fail. It isn't determined by what anyone else thinks of you. It is constant, it is intrinsic, and it is 100% yours. And so I want to leave you with this final question to really chew on. If everything external was stripped away tomorrow, your job, your possessions, your status, all of it, what would be left? Who would you be? Because according to the ideas in this book, whatever is left in that moment, that is your real wealth. That's the wealth within.